the team was interested in trading for Maxx Crosby before he was traded to the Baltimore Ravens, a deal that ended up being called off. We were involved. We checked in. We looked to see if it made sense, Paul said, had some dialogue. I'll leave it at that. Ocho, does Maxx Crosby end up staying at the Raiders this year?
You know what? Hey, Unc, at this point, I'm not sure. At this point, I'm not sure, especially when a situation like this happens, one that I've really never seen before. I'm sure it's happened
Yes.
before, not the date since I've been involved with the NFL. But for the Ravens to decline in trading for Max Crosby and sending him back to the Raiders, what message does that send to the other teams,
He ain't
especially
getting
for the
no
teams
first
that are
round. He ain't going for no first round picks.
right, especially for the teams that are in contention that would want a player like Matt Crosby who's going to make an immediate impact if healthy. Well, hell, even if he's not healthy, he made an impact when he wasn't healthy as well. So we saw what he did when he was obviously injured, but I don't know, Unc. At this point, I most of the time I'm able to say, you know what, it's for sure he's not going to be a Raider. But once he went back, and I'm thinking depending on this, just decreases his value in
Yeah, for
general.
sure.
Hey, but why wouldn't the Raiders want him back though, Uncle Ojo?
Well, I think the thing is, what Joe, when they started to build this roster, they anticipated him not being there, so they signed. They brought a lot of players in. They thought they was going to have his $30+ million off the books,
Off the books.
and
Yeah.
so they were thinking also draft compensation. Now all of a sudden we got 2 first rounders, 2 this year, 2 next year. Now they got 1 this year and 1 next year, which is their own. So they were like, okay, we're going to build this team in our likeness and our image, Clint Kubiak and Spycheck. But what it does, it's just like anything. Once somebody tells you like, hey, this is damaged, he's not going for 2 first rounders. He's not.
So what I'm asking is, does his salary still
No.
go
Yeah. Oh, he back on their books. Yeah, he back on their books.
Even though they done signed them other
Yes,
guys. So
yes. So you got to factor that
so
in.
if they keep him, then they gonna have salary problems basically.
Well, what they could do is convert that, put boardable years, add 2 years
Signing
on
bonus.
it, and then turn a large chunk of that into a signing bonus. You kick the can down the road, but you give yourself some relief right now.
Yeah.
And that's what you see. You see what the Cowboys did with Rashawn Gary, Ocho. They added a couple of avoidable years, took his number down. Now they freed up $13 million in cap space.
Yep. They front loaded. Yep.
It's a bad situation. I feel bad for Max. I feel bad for the Raiders because I can just imagine. Ocho, you're in the building. Just imagine you're in the building, and they tell you it's not going to happen.
All right, that has to
What?
suck.
The knee. Yeah, we know, but we see some degeneration that we think is going to be long. That's further along than we like.
Right.
Man, can y'all imagine what that feeling is like? Like, having to go back to your team. It's almost similar to the Dalton Connect situation for the Lakers.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah, they traded him to Charlotte for that Mark Williams cat.
Yeah.
And he failed his physical, and then Dalton Connect had to come back. Man, that's got to be a messed up.
Yeah.
Feeling.
Hey, hey, Joe, Ocho, hey, I'm gone. That's a new thing over here. I'm going with her. Then she put you out. Baby, I'm back. Hold on, what you mean
listen.
back? Nah, I would just play it.
Hey, as long as that check clear on the 1st and 15th.
You going back,
Man.
Joe?
Shit, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. Hey, look, y'all, we can play 2-on-2 at practice, 3-on-3, whatever y'all we need to do to keep everybody right. But listen here, boy, please. I'm trying to crack this rotation.
I think, and the thing is, look, Ocho, we talked about it. Joe, we talked about saying, hey, Chicago should make a play for it. Because he definitely, in that division, with the quarterback play, Jordan Love, Jared Goff, you need somebody that's going to pressure the quarterback consistently. You know he can consistently pressure the quarterback. I like the Bears. That offense is only going to get better. Caleb Williams is only going to improve.
Only going to get better. Yeah.
So now I need somebody on the defensive side that I know can win one-on-one. And he's tremendous at the run. I mean, there are a lot of guys that can rush the quarterback, and a lot of times guys don't want to rush the quarterback because that's how you make big money. Run stuffers, at the edge, they don't make no money. Guys that get the quarterback. Guys that protect the quarterback, left tackle. The guys that go tack the quarterback, edge rushers. That's where the money is. Because somebody got to protect the cashier, the vault. The vault, that's the quarterback. Somebody got to protect it. The bank robber, which is the rush in, somebody got to be able to get in there and get out. That's why you see the Myles Garrett and the T.J. Watts and all those, the Aiden Hutchinson and the Michael Parsons. Now you see the 38, 40, $46 million guys. And Laramie Tunsil making $30 million, $31 million to protect the blind side.
Big money.
Oh, yeah.
Game changers.
You got to.
Ocho? That type of money there for game changers, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's why I say I can make a case that LT is the greatest player to ever play the game because he made two position famous, the left tackle and the edge. Nobody else can say they made two position famous. He did. Because if you didn't have a left tackle, you couldn't beat the Giants. And then everybody went and got an LT. What do you think even though Miles is an end, he's an edge. LT was a 3-4. He was a stand-up linebacker. So all these Derek Thomas and Devon Millers and the T.J. Watts, all these guys that you see, the Andersons, who do you think that came from? The left tackle. When you see the Laramie Tunsil and Big T-Dub and Mile Lotta and all these guys, where do you think they got it?
Yeah.
The Giants, because if you couldn't do it with LT, you couldn't beat the Giants. You couldn't. Yeah. Joe Gibbs changed his entire offense. He brought in the H-back because they couldn't do anything with LT. So it's like, hey, we got to get an extra tight end on the field. Joe Jacoby, Jim Lachey, all them guys, all those guys, Gary Zimmerman, Steve Wallace, everybody in the NFC went and got a left tackle to deal with him.
He was the real deal.
And then after that, everybody started getting a LT. You got an Andre Tippett. You got a Cornelius Bennett. You got a Derek Thomas. Everybody started getting those guys. That's how good he was. All right, Joe, this is going to be right up your alley. Head coach Eric Spoelstra broke the people criticizing than when I was in Seattle. And I know that for a fact. In fact, the Jets are hoping Geno can stabilize the quarterback position. They traded for him Tuesday, bringing him back to where his career began in 2013. He was their second-round pick that year, became day one starter, and started 29 games over his first two seasons before moving into a backup role. When asked about the return to New York, Geno said, "I don't think anyone could have imagined that, honestly, but that's the beauty of life itself."
Yeah.
What you thinking, Ocho?
I mean, listen, Geno going back to New York, we obviously know not very many quarterbacks have had success, playing for the New York Jets. Obviously, from top to bottom, they've been somewhat of a bad organization, and putting the correct pieces around to build a winning team, a winning organization. For Geno Smith going back there, he's going to have an out-of-body experience every goddamn week. Hey, Joe, Uncle Joe, he's going to have an out-of-body experience every goddamn week and elevate all those around him. Obviously, you have Garrett Wilson. You have Breece Hall back. I'm not sure. Obviously, we have the draft coming up. I'm not sure there's anybody in the draft that they can draft that can come in and make an immediate impact and make them that much better. But everything's going to have to be on Geno. He's going to have to be much better than he's ever been before. I don't care about what he did in the past. I don't care what he did with Las Vegas. I don't care what he did in Seattle. I'm talking about right now with the New York Jets. Geno Smith is going to have to play his best football to date.
Hey, Uncle Ocho, they must got a lot of draft picks, the Jets. I'm saying for them to give up, two of the best defensive guys, from last season, what they get in return? Like, do Geno got any weapons? Like, what he dealing with outside of Garrett?
Dallas got Quinnen Williams. What did they get for Quinnen?
They got a first. They got a first.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm asking. They got some draft picks?
They got two first.
Oh, okay.
They got two first.
Okay.
Remember Ocho, they traded late in the season for A.D. Mitchell? So they got A.D.
Now that boy,
he's shown flashes.
He can play now. Yeah, he can play.
They need the offensive line. They need to protect.
Yeah.
Listen, We can make a long story short, or we can make a short story long. I'm gonna keep it brief. They need a lot of good players. It comes down to that.
Yeah.
Seattle won the Super Bowl because they got good players, and they got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a scheme. You get players to fit your scheme. Now, the thing is, if you got a player that's so immensely talented, you know what, son? I'm gonna find something for you to do. Even Warrior is a prime example. He's a strong safety. He don't play like that. They blitz him. They do a lot of different things with him because he's that versatile. I'm gonna put our best players in the position to make plays.
Yeah.
JSN, I'm gonna move him. I'm going to line his ass up in the backfield and throw him a sail route for a touchdown. I'm going to put him in the slot. I'm going to stack him. I'm going to zip motion. I'm going to do a lot of different things with him. Shaheed can take the top off it. Okay, let's throw it. Let's run a jet sweep. Let's run a reverse with him. Let's put him on a go ball. The more good players you have, the more dynamic your offense or your defense is, the better you are as a team. I don't give a damn who your coach is. You don't got good players? Man, you wasting your time.
Yeah.
You wasting your time. And the Jets need a lot of good players. They're bad. They're a poorly constructed. They're a poorly run organization. There ain't no way around that. I'm not breaking news to anybody. Y'all know that. For you to be bad that long, everybody's turned it around, except them. Everybody's going to the playoffs. When the last time the Jets made the playoffs? When they had Mark Sanchez was the quarterback? Hell, that was like 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about their time to come back on around, man.
They had a crazy defense back then, boy.
Yes. But look at the defensive players that they had. They had Crow. They had Reeves. They had David. Muhammad Wilkerson. Look at the players that they had. I think Pace. Calvin Pace was on that team. Look at the players that they had.
Yeah.
They ain't got that now.
Yeah.
They were a run-first team. They pound you, ground and pound. That's what they called it. They had Damon Woody, had got Brick.